All right, if you talk a little bit, that'd be nice.
Okay, here's some example text. I'm extremely bored. This list of questions is way too long. I hate you.
Awesome. All right, sounds good. First of all, thank you for joining me. We made plans to record between 4 and 5, and you're here right on time. What does it feel like to make your first deadline since creating Badline?
I'm sorry, my first what?
Deadline.
What? Oh, I got you. You're pulling a joke on me, you ass.
It hurts.
Sorry, I didn't hear it properly. I gotta turn up my sound a little bit.
I'll just leave the jokes out. What was the initial reasoning to go for 1.8?
The original reasoning for 1.8 is truly that 1.7 is the preferred client in the community in terms of PvP, but it's not really the optimal one for programming, and it's not going to be the future of Minecraft. So most servers have already moved off of 1.7 and are supporting 1.8 and higher. And we wanted to try to make a client that people could use on more servers and not just on Badline with 1.7. So this is the main reasoning for 1.8.
But to what extent is it 1.8, and how, like, do we experience it as 1.7 or?
So the client itself is designed to act like 1.7, even though it's following the 1.8 protocol and says obviously 1.8 on it. So we're still working on reverting the animations and some of the other features in 1.8 to the 1.7 behavior found in other mods on the Minecraft market, I guess, per se. And the PvP has been completely reverted to feel like 1.7. So block hitting has been added back. Arrows and rods have been treated like they were in 1.7. So we're trying to bring that 1.7 PvP that people love into the 1.8 client.
UHC wise, like enchanting, etc., is also going to be 1.7 or?
To be honest, I'm not sure if we've changed anything with the enchanting so far. So my guess is that it's probably still as 1.8, but it's definitely something we can look into later when we have a little bit more time and the client's polished and ready to go.
All right, that should be 1.7. Will both the server and the client be 128 TPS? As there was some confusion for the vid that I made.
Yes, so the server in the video that you had made before was only running at 128. I shouldn't say only. It was running at 120, but the client was only running at 20 ticks per second. And this is just because we're still working on both of them. We've smoothed out some things since the footage that you had put together last time with the server TPS, and it's running even better than it was before at the 120. We've fixed a few hiccups here and there, and we've been working really hard on polishing the 128 TPS on the client as well. It's had a lot of problems. It's been way more complicated than pushing the server TPS up. So we have not had any footage shot yet, but I'm hoping within the next few days, maybe even before this coming weekend, we can try to get some footage shot with the 128 TPS client and server together. And this is going to be the final product, is both of them will be running at 128. But we've just been working on cleaning up a lot of weird scenarios with speeding up the tick rate.
What mods will be available, and will people be able to add or change the mods that are
So
accepted?
So at the moment, we are customly programming all of the mods that have been put into this. So we're not going to be accepting public mods, although it is our goal and ambition to add most of the mods that people really want for PvP. So things that we've already built in are a legal minimap, the compass, click per second. I don't unfortunately have the client in front of me right now, so I'm kind of blanking a little bit. I was going to say, you want to fill in a few of the other ones we've already put in?
Yeah, like toggle sneak sprint. There's quite a bunch in there. Yeah.
Yeah, so the objective is this isn't going to be the final product, and we're still going to continue to add more things as needed. So, for instance, I saw a lot of requests, for instance, to add just a simple XYZ coordinate system into the new client, like a nicer one than the F3 menu. So we're going to
Yeah.
continue to add more mods to it as per requested, but we're not going to go, let's say, crazily far in terms of the mods we add. We're really going to focus on the ones that help with the PvP stuff. You know, just the ones that people normally use anyways.
When it comes to toggle sprint, there's a lot of people that change the text so that it says like Harambe whatever. Uh, will that get you banned as you change settings in the Badline version?
Well, at the moment, I would have to say we don't even support changing that text, but it's definitely something funny, I guess, that we could add really quickly for people to modify if they wanted to. But if we give you the option to modify something in our client, then it's totally legal and there's going to be no issues with it at all.
But like in the hypothetical situation that you go on to do that yourself, does that trigger things off or not?
It's not even possible to change right now. Like if we
Uh,
don't give you the option, then you can't change it. These mods are not actual separate jar files that you would normally download online and install into your client. They're already all directly built into the client.
will Premium have optifine?
So at the moment, we have not contacted the Optifine developer about adding Optifine into Badlion's Minecraft client. We have considered doing so, but since we've been so focused on trying to get our 120 TPS client working and the other mods that we needed to program into it functional, we have not bothered to yet. There's also some concerns that some of the things they're doing in Optifine might not be compatible with the way we're changing things around. So if we don't add Optifine to our Minecraft client, then our goal is to effectively reprogram some of the features that Optifine has into our client directly so that we make it better performing on people's computers. And this is going to be an ongoing process.
If there's no optifine, will it be FPS friendly when it comes to arena PvP and UHC?
Yeah, so far from my experience with the client, it's actually running really smoothly, even on the 128 TPS. So thankfully, a lot of the rendering stuff is not being damaged by the 128 TPS stuff that we're adding and the minimap and whatnot. But there's definitely some room for improvement, and we are going to definitely test on some lower end machines in the next month or so that we can try to get the FPS as high as possible for as many computers as possible. But as far as like typical UHCs or Arena or whatnot, I mean, honestly, the biggest FPS booster, and people don't even realize this, is that if you just turn down your rendering distance to like 4 from 10 or 16, which a lot of people have it up at, it just helps your FPS so much because our servers are limited down to 4 or 6 anyway. So people who have their render distance at like 10 or higher, all they're doing is wasting their client's power trying to render extra chunks that they don't even have available to them.
What happens to texture packs?
So texture packs is an interesting question, and we're working really hard to make a system that's going to only allow good texture packs to be used. The short-term solution for us is to whitelist certain texture packs. So at the beginning, we're going to offer between 10 and 20 texture packs on our servers that you can actually download directly through the client. It will install them for you, and then you can use them when you're playing on the Badlion Minecraft client. In the long run, we'll accept extra submissions for texture packs. How we're going to go about this is not really clear yet. The extra long-term goal would be actually making it so that users could, in theory, use their own texture packs and properly detecting any type of like X-ray packs or anything that's trying to give you an unfair advantage. This is more of a long-term R&D project, but it's not something I want to promise because it's not something we may be able to deliver. So the current solution is definitely to whitelist certain packs and continue to add whitelisted packs as time goes on through some submission process. We haven't decided on how we're going to do this yet, but the long-term idea goal would be to try to make it so anybody can use their own pack, assuming it's a legal pack.
Why is it not working for Macs computers? And will it in the
So,
future?
so the problem with Macs is the architecture is extremely different from Windows. So Windows is based on DOS, which is an operating system from the 80s. Please don't quote me on that. I believe it's from the 80s. And Unix is from probably the 60s or 70s. It's a different operating system architecture completely. And Mac is based on Unix. So the core anti-cheat library is completely programmed for Windows, and all the APIs and whatnot are completely Windows based. And there's really no quick and easy way to port it over to Mac and Unix. So it would be my goal and ambition in the long run to try and be able to support Macs, but I don't want to promise anything. It's something we're going to look into this year, but I have no idea how long it's going to take to possibly be able to port it over, or whether in the end we're going to be able to port it over. The best short-term solution for most people, and I believe this is what ESCA players do that have Macs also for Counter-Strike, is they just install Boot Camp. It's a free application. It comes installed on Macs already. It allows you to dual boot your computer so you can run Windows and Mac on it at the same time. Stay away from virtualization stuff. It's not going to perform well. And all you have to do is get a Windows license and just install Windows alongside Mac on your computer. And you can choose which one you want to boot up into when you're turning on your Mac, and you're good to go. And then you're able to play on Badlion Premium if you're using Windows on your Mac.
All right. Now, when beta is released, what features or games will we be able to play? What is going to go live first?
So at the moment, I can definitely promise that the Pug system will be live and the 1v1 128 TPS arena system is going to be live. At the moment, we're still working on some of the UHC 6.0 things, which are also being integrated into the premium UHCs. So I can't promise this is going to be available on beta launch, but there's a good chance it will be available sometime during the beta, the premium UHC. So it should be there before full release. And the premium UHCs are going to be open to everybody to be able to join. It's just going to be a priority-based system. So let's say there's 200 slots and 150 premium members join. The other 50 slots are open to other people to be able to join, free members. Everybody is required to use the anti-cheat client and the Badlion client along with it when playing on one of these premium UHCs so that the anti-cheat is properly active and whatnot. But if the entire game gets filled up with premium members, just like our existing system on open, then there won't be any slots for people to join left.
Yeah, but it is possible for a non-paying member to do pugs, 1v1s, or UHCs.
No, this is not correct. So
No?
non-paying members are able to use the premium UHCs, assuming they're able to get into them, but non-paying members are not able to use the PUG system or the 128 TPS Arena 1v1 system.
Okay.
There is a concept, and this is not going to probably be available on beta and might not be available on full launch either. I don't want to promise this yet, but it will be available by March, I'm sure, that people can run the anti-cheat on Badlion Open. And the concept was we were going to give some kind of little star or something next to your name that signifies you are running the anti-cheat client when you're playing on Badlion Open. So you can show off to other people, oh, I'm playing legitimately. I am not cheating. The client's running, it's scanning my system, and there's nothing wrong here. But you can't enforce that you're only going to play with people who are running the anti-cheat client. So there's a different concept that in Season 15 Arena, you can actually, if you're a premium member, choose to play 1v1s on Arena with only people running the anti-cheat client. This is completely separate from the 1v1 128 TPS Arena system that's being built directly into the Badlion client. And we might eventually integrate more things like this into the other open game modes over time, but this is the plan at the moment.
What exactly is the pug system? Is it like is it just like party fights, or is it actual like queuing up and then? I don't fully understand it. Is it like ESEA queuing up with people the same rank as you, or is it? Yeah.
So the PUG system stands for pick up game. That's what PUG stands for. So it's very similar to the ESEA system in place, where you effectively are supposed to be playing with people around your rating, and you're able to just jump into a 5v5 match. The concept at the moment for the beginning is that we're going to allow people to solo queue or duo queue. These are terms that people might be familiar with from other games. So for those of you not familiar, solo queuing is just queuing up into the matchmaker system by yourself. Duo queuing is playing with a friend. So we're going to allow you to play up with one friend into the PUG system. And then the matchmaker will be running in the background. It calculates a bunch of things based on your ratings and the different game modes, your ping, who's online, whatever, to all these different locations. And we'll eventually try to match you up with other people who are online that are around similar rank and similar ping to the servers or whatever, and drop you into a match. And then the PUG itself is a 5v5 scenario, just kind of as shown in the video last time, where you have 5 people on the red team and 5 people on the blue team fighting against each other in the 5 game modes that we're launching with, which are Arena PvP, Skywars, Survival Games, Capture the Flag, and Rush, also kind of known as Bed Wars to other parts of the community.
Can other servers use the client to make their server cheater free?
No, the Badlion client, the anti-cheat parts of it are specifically tied to Badlion, and we're not planning on making those available to other servers. People can, on the other hand, use the Minecraft modifications we're adding to the client, though, to use on other servers. So in the actual Badlion launcher client, there will be another option on the play menu, which was not available in your last video, called Other, where people can then go to the Other option and then select to join another server and just launch the client and go play on some other server if they want to. But there's no guarantee of people not cheating. It's really just to make the mods and the chat and friend system and these other things we're building into our clients available for them to use on other servers.
I know you made a post about this, but there's still a lot of people that are worried. What happens to people that have existing ranks right now on Badlion Open?
Sure, happy to go over this. So everybody who has a lifetime rank right now is getting some free time on Badlion Premium. So one of the questions I've been asked time and time again is, does my time start automatically when premium goes live? And the answer is yes. We're going to set up everybody's free durations, time intervals of Badlion Premium memberships to begin on February 20th. So if you are a Donator Lifetime, you get 2 free months of Badlion Premium. If you are Donator Plus, you get 6 months of Badlion Premium for free. And if you're a Lion Lifetime member, you get 2 years of Badlion Premium for free. Once your Badlion Premium time is expired, you will either A, be able to renew your subscription and start paying to continue Badlion Premium on your own after the free time is up, or B, you will be reverted back to what is being called the Badlion Plus rank. But in reality, you will actually keep your old permissions. So if you were a Lion Lifetime member, you will keep all of the permissions you had as a Lion Lifetime member, even though it's showing your rank as Badlion Plus. You still have your legacy perks that are no longer available for purchase. All the legacy perks for Lion and some of them from Donator Plus are just being put into the Badlion Premium package, and Donator and Badlion Plus kind of go hand in hand. But once again, you keep exactly what you purchased. We're not taking anything away from anybody. Everybody is getting some free Badlion Premium time that has purchased a lifetime rank, and it will revert back to the other ranks if you choose not to purchase.
So does Badlion Premium start with a cleared ban list? Like, is everyone unbanned that has been banned on Badlion open?
So we're keeping the Badlion Open and Badlion Premium bans and mutes punishments altogether completely separated. So this is, in our eyes, a fresh start for the entire community and say, okay, here, we are all in this together. We're all trying to make a really super competitive, fun Minecraft experience that's cheater-free. So we're going to give everybody that chance to not cheat if they've been cheating in the past. So as previously stated, Badlion Open and Badlion Premium bans are going to be completely separate. So that means nobody's banned on the start of Badlion Premium. But if you do get banned in Badlion Premium, then we will also ban your account on Badlion Open. And the ban will be for most likely a minimum duration of at least 1 year.
Oh, wow. How will that go? Like, is it impossible to cheat on Premium? Or can you actually still get banned?
Most of the stuff that people try to use to cheat right now will not even work with Badlion Premium. None of it's compatible. And I'm not going to say that people aren't going to try and cheat, because I know people will still try and cheat here and there are some possibilities to do it, but that's the point of the anti-cheat client. The anti-cheat client will detect any malicious activities, any cheats that you're trying to run, any auto-clickers, any weird stuff on your computer that you shouldn't be doing that's affecting the gameplay per se. And it will punish you if you are using these illegal modifications while trying to run Badlion and Minecraft together. Another question I've had asked a bunch is, are we going to be punishing people if they have hack clients on their computer and they're using them on other servers? The answer to that is no. We're only going to be checking for malicious attempts when you are playing on the Badlion servers. In theory, a lot of the existing cheats out there are not even going to work with this new premium product, and the ones that might work are already all being detected, and you'll be punished and banned off the system very quickly for trying to use them.
When will the leak start? And is there any info that can be shared about it already?
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about the league at this point in time since we're still working on some of the concepts.
As all like manpower is being put on Premium right now, is Open still going to be developed?
Yes, so we're actually in the process of hiring some extra developers to help out with Badlion Open. Also, our existing developer team is starting to split off a little bit more between Badlion Open and Badlion Premium, since the premium product is getting close to completed and a lot of the back-end things are already in place. We don't necessarily need the entire development team focused on premium anymore, since the core parts of the project are wrapping up. We're going to start focusing equally on Badlion Open and Badlion Premium, and then possibly other projects in the long run.
And then final question, how certain are you that you'll make the next deadline?
I have no issues in saying that we're going to be perfectly fine with the next deadline. I cannot promise a store release date at the moment. I know it's going to be out before beta, but I don't want to give an exact date until I know it's working myself. The last thing I want to do is start accepting payments for something and then have there be some kind of an issue with people's credit cards mischarging or whatever. Definitely don't want to mess with people's bank accounts or money. As far as the actual Badlion Premium product goes, I feel very confident that we're going to be fine on the next set of deadlines. There's been a bunch of little hiccups here and there, but really and truly, even the past few days since the last alpha footage that was shot, so many things have been cleaned up and a lot of issues are getting closed already. So I would say, honestly, by sometime mid next week, we will probably be just about done with all the main Badlion Premium features, with just a few lingering things here and there. And that extra 1.5 weeks that we have planned in our deadline schedule at the moment is really for us to just work on trying to smooth out everything, maybe test on some other weird system configurations. For instance, the weird bug we had with Nestorio and his toggle sprint being set up on his mouse caused the client to crash. So there are some edge cases that we are just flat out not going to be able to hit from testing ourselves. And maybe during this 1.5 week period, we'll hand out the clients to some other people to test out some different system configurations so that beta, there's not as many issues.
I'm guessing if anyone still has questions, it is possible that we eventually do a follow-up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have no issues doing a follow-up at all. I honestly would like to do something like this going forward every month or two, just kind of, I guess, I want to call it State of the League. This was something similar done in League of Legends for a while. Overwatch does something similar where they have, I don't know his name offhand, does a developer log every couple of months on a video or whatever to kind of update about some of the things that are being worked on with Overwatch. I think this is a good idea for us to do with Badlion, for Badlion Open and Badlion Premium going forward. We always try to be very open with the community and answer as many questions as possible. It's just a little bit hard at times when the same question gets asked 100 times in 50 different places. So I think this is a good idea for us to do a follow-up in the next couple of weeks or maybe next month when we have more questions that need answering.
Perfect. So you heard it. If there's any uncertainties or questions, please put them in these comments. That'll probably be it.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate that. See you later.
See ya.